guess that works. Let's do that a little more officially. Greetings, I'm Epictetus, and this is Epic Tech. And we're back. It's been a long weekend. I guess on Friday we did the live stream, and you're watching this on Boxing Day, or as we in the US call it, the day after Christmas. Or if we're really feeling, in the festive mood, then we'll call it December 26th, I guess, or the day the annoying family goes back home. I don't know. Anyways, Boxing Day I grew up with as that thing they celebrate in other countries. I don't know. Do you celebrate Boxing Day? It's kind of, I don't even know what the name comes from. Is it literally just from because now you're putting everything in boxes that everybody gave you for Christmas? I don't know. Anyway, as you can probably see, I'm standing in front of our new hole, the hammer, and I have been told many times in the comments that this is wrong. Like really, really wrong. I've been placing it on its side to get easier access to where I can plug in the reactor, but that's been meaning it's pointing the wrong direction. I didn't realize there was actually kind of a cone that comes out of it, so we need to completely redo this if we're going to get anything useful out of here. Not to mention, this thing is especially slow at gathering ice. I will be sitting on this moon for the next month if I don't do something about gathering ice, which is what we're going to do today. But you probably already knew that from the title. I don't even know what I'm going to title it yet. But I'm betting it has something to do with building a miner, unless things go horribly wrong. So while I go ahead and pack this thing up and put it back down in a much better way, let me tell you what we're going to be doing today and what I've been doing. All right, so let's get back at this. Oh, I just realized the sound of my voice changes a lot when I turn toward the microphone and I start sounding like William Shatner. All right. The whole, yeah. Yeah, see, I'm trying not to say that, that I've got a camera going, because if I don't feel like putting it in, I'm not going to. But I probably will. People seem to like it. You let me know. If you think it was a horrible mistake to put my face on YouTube, you please let me know, because it terrifies me. It really does. Nah, I shouldn't say terrifies. It's just weird, I always assume that, oh, Igor, can you get those, please? What is that? Small steel tubes have a little yellow end on them now. Ooh, that's cool. That's really neat. Oh, and large steel tubes have a hole in one side. Oh, I'm geeking out again. All right, let's get this new hole down the way it's supposed to be. So apparently it's supposed to be buried in the ground, aiming at the thing that you actually want. Hang on, that's not the button I wanted. I want to see where the gold is. So the gold is basically directly below me. Ooh, and I'll take some silver too. I think, maybe not. So if I place this here, like that, how do I attach power to this thing? Well, let's start by putting my parts in there, because I'm like running out of space. So let's see. How do I attach power to something that's embedded in the ground? I can't stick it on the top, right? No, that doesn't work. Well, I could... What is this thing? Light armor block. Yeah, good. I wonder if I can attach the new hole to the side. No, see, then it rotates. And I have to assume that it's not okay to do that. Like, that I can't just... Well, no, I can't assume that. Let's give that a try. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick as many parts in all these things as we can. Grab this stuff. All right, and then So for the last little bit here and there, I've been trying out some different designs for mining ships. And I think I've got something approximately like what I want. I don't know exactly, but I've got some ideas. Hey, Igor, any chance you want to help me out? Like you did last time, like before this thing was done? Thanks, Igor. It's kind of cheaty, but... There, good. Anyway, so... I was playing around, and I'll see if I can show you some of the horrible failures and mediocre successes I had, because honestly, that's pretty much all I got. But I got some ideas for what I might want to do with a mining ship. I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to try it out. So let's see. We got to wait till that thing fires up before we can tell it what we want. Boom. All right. That should show us. Still not seeing the gold. Why is it not seeing the gold? It sees plenty of ice, and now it sees silver. But the gold... I mean... I guess it's maybe over here, but... Still. Okay, but it is okay to set it on top of the block there, obviously, because it is seeing ice and silver. Look at this again. Yeah, but it's not seeing that gold, and I need it to see the gold. So let's kind of walk and see if we can figure out where the exact center of this gold is. It's right... I mean, I know this is getting almost ridiculous here. But, see, and unfortunately, it's directly underneath. So maybe if we come over here and kind of go to an angle. The gold is that direction. So let's kind of do like this. Does that feel like it's... Yeah, it looks like it's kind of aiming there. Give that a try. Ah! Still too tall. And is it going to let me maybe do like this kind of thing? No. We can't do that. Bugger. No, not what I wanted. I wanted this. All right, I'm going to fiddle with that later. I'm going to do that off camera. Because first, I want to get started on a mining ship. I really think that... That's not the button I wanted. I don't know how to play Space Engineers anymore. Alright. I know, like, it's been so long, right? It's been, like, 2 days for me. Maybe... Did I play yesterday? I might have played yesterday, actually. And this isn't where I wanted to go. Yeah, we had a whole lot of fun on the live stream. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, I realize it's 2 hours long. You probably don't want to if you weren't there. But for those of us that were there, it was exciting. That's a way to say it. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure how big we can make this thing, but let's give this a try. I had some tests with using a large drill system, and it didn't work all that well. I thought about actually trying to do a very basic... You know, I know I'm asking for trouble, but going back to the pistons system, and just kind of welding it up to one of the nacelles and dropping it into the ground and then bringing it back up again and grinding the thing down before we ever take off again. Because, yeah, it doesn't seem to work great. Okay, you know, we won't rehash the nightmares, but yeah. Anyway. So, that is so not the part that I was trying to put there. It's been one of those days again. Is that? That is a light armor block. Yeah? Good. Okay. So, the way I figure it, we're going to want... Obviously, we need a a set of drills. And that means that we're going to need to connect the drills to something. And I'd love to do this modularly. Modularly, a great word. So if I go to, let's say, a medium cargo container, and let's rotate it. I'm just kind of thinking that a large container, a medium container, but using the large connectors, because we then want to actually connect between the front and the back of this, because we're going to make something modular that we can connect and disconnect, so that if I need a welder, I don't have to rebuild an entire ship. I only have to rebuild half of a ship. So let's see. If I do this, and then I grab myself a few just basic bits like this, we'll kind of do this sort of thing. And then we'll use a merge block. Is that number 7 there? It is number 7 there. And I think, is that about the way I want it? That is pretty much exactly the way I want it. Because this is going to allow us to connect the merge block from the back to the merge block from the front. And why won't it let me put that there? Oh, it did once it was finished building. Okay. And then we can have another connector like this. So these two bits here, these two parts will be a part of the back, and these two will be part of the front. So now we can come over here and we can put some drills on this puppy, which I believe are here. Yep. Now the drills have connectors on the back, and they have connectors on the sides. And I'm thinking, but they're all small connectors for drills. I'm thinking if I do it like this, now that's not connected. But if I do, if I do this, and do I have room to put one over here? I hope I left myself enough room. I really hate how the new update reorients things every time you re-look at a grid, and I can't tell if that's, yeah, there we go. So that's 3, and we might put on more, but those 3, yeah. So let's jump over here, and we'll put in some tubes going from here to there. So, maybe like this. Oh, that was loud. Alright. I'm thinking we'll do the same thing on the other side. Obviously we can't right now because there's a connector there. But if this works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I think, we'll want, any drill system is going to also need an ore detector. So we'll throw the ore detector on this part. It's an ion thruster, not an ore detector. That's an ore detector. But every drivable section needs an antenna. So we'll put the antenna on the back. We're also not going to try and put a cockpit on this. This is going to be all remote controllable. Because remote control blocks and antennas are a lot smaller than cockpits. Not to mention that we can stay safely inside the MBT and drive it around, as long as we get enough cameras on it. My, that's getting loud. I'm glad those are not hitting us. I'm pretty sure they're not hitting us anyway. Let's see. Okay. So from there, because we're gonna need to be able to connect up into the base somewhere. So we either need to pass this through or have it come and go down or up or to the side. So actually, why don't we just grab one of... Should we have another container on this? You know, it doesn't hurt to have another container on this. Let's do that. Containers are interesting because, let's see. They'll pass right through. So that'll be fine. And then we're going to throw one more large connector on the back. And then for now, I think a connector on the back is going to be our best bet. We'll reorganize if it doesn't work. Okay. So now let's grab ourselves a remote control block. I'm pretty sure, yep, there we go. So that's the front of the remote control block. And in order to drive the thing, we'll need an antenna. The new antenna has kind of a different look to it, which is kind of cool. I like it. Now, that's interesting. Why didn't it do this bit here? Are we out of something? No, it hasn't even started. Okay. I'm sure it'll get there eventually. And... okay, so obviously we're going to need a whole lot of thrust. And in this case, we're in planet gravity, quarter, we just need some ions. So let's grab some ion thrusters. I think I'm going to go with 2 large ones facing down. Right up front? Why not? Should we do 4? No. This is a... You know what? This is a drill ship. Which means that I would need to be able to have equal thrust in every direction, really. I was thinking I would have not as much in some directions, but we need to be able to get down and get disoriented down underground, because that happens every time, and be able to not fall over or tip into the ground. So let's get 2 of these guys facing directly forward. I think, is there enough room to not burn out my... You know what? I know how to make that happen. Sorry, Igor. I know I'm confusing you. Thinking if I put it down 1, then we've got a little bit more space to work. Of course, if I end up... because I was thinking about actually putting 6 drills on this thing. I'm sorry, 9 drills on this thing. So 6 more drills. And then we would have a little bit of an issue with the piping there, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. Yeah, okay. And then we're going to need ones pointing straight down and straight back. And now we've got a little bit of a problem when it comes to our connector. We really don't want one. We don't need very much pointing up, because I don't think I'm going to get that confused out there. So forward, backward, down, left and right, of course. So let's do... that's always kind of a pain, too. Is there enough room that I can put it there? I'm a little bit nervous about that, because I want to make sure that it's not too far out from the side of the drills, because hopefully we can just kind of drill straight in. And yeah, and if I put it up here, we're going to definitely need... You know what? Let's do this instead. Not like that. Come on. My goodness. What a mess I've made. Let's do like this. Just do a whole bunch of little guys. And then we need something pointing up, but we'll fiddle with that in a minute. Well, I mean, I could just put something right there. Ah, but that sticks up too far. I don't want to do that. Okay. Oh, you know what? I don't really want these running right now, so let me jump in there. Control panel. Thrusters. Turn all those off because they're going to eventually break things. Luckily, I've got enough extra space in there. It's not a huge deal. Let's see. We're also going to need... Oh, we're going to need cameras on the front. Gyros. Oh, my. We need gyros. Don't want to forget them gyros. Yeah, we're definitely going to need another set of drills on top. Or on bottom, I mean. Which means we're going to be running right in front of that unless I kind of go around. But I think that's enough room anyway. 1, 2, 3. And if I put armor plating there, I think we'll be okay. We might find out otherwise, but that's okay. We'll just, it just means we're learning something new. All right. Now technically we don't even need the pipes on the right hand side, but I'm going to put them in for redundancy anyway. And we're going to want to have a fair amount of armor around this thing just to protect it. But I kind of want to see how this, you know, armor's easy. You can always throw armor at the end. But in theory, actually, yeah, I did this right too, because the front is connected. I should be able to disconnect the back of this guy, fly it, and kind of, yeah, hang on, let me just, I'm thinking, okay, so if I do that, kind of want it on the, I want to be able to see it, yep. And we do merge block 2 is what I'm guessing it is. Yep, that's the one. I always forget that, yeah, the connectors reset when you undo merge blocks. So that wasn't going to work the way I wanted it to. But that's okay. It doesn't look like it did any damage. And if there was any small amounts of damage, Igor should be fixing that up right now. It looks like, hey. Oh, we ran out of radio communication components. Well, good thing we brought along an assembler with us. Let's go ahead and get one of those going, because we only needed one more. And then let's take a look. And I want to get this thing flying. Yeah. And I got distracted. I want to name this one as merge block mod main. We need a name. Go ahead and turn it back on again. And this is where the remote control thing. Why can't I control it? Oh, power. Yeah, I'm getting power. That's the thing we need. We don't have any power. I didn't even think about power. Well, we got room for a battery. Let's throw a battery in there. And why is it not letting me put a battery in there? Because it's too close to the ground. That's awesome. Okay. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? I'm going to throw... I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to throw a little reactor on here. Probably end up needing 3 of them. Here, let's just put 3 on right now. Just to get this thing off the ground. And then we'll put a battery on. And if we do it right, it'll be able to run entirely off battery. And the reactors will just be there for emergency situations. Yeah, hopefully. Igor, are you going to make my batteries for me? I mean, my reactors for me? Take your time. Oh, Igor. Always causing me trouble. Actually, most of the time he's really handy. Construction, maximum streams, possible target. Oh, right. This thing is no longer connected to the ship. So as far as Igor's concerned, it's no happy. So I tell you what, I'm going to run out and reposition that guy, the new hole, the hammer, and then I will, yeah, I'm going to do that and be right back. All right, let's slap this puppy on there. Go gadget repair beacon. Come on, do your thing. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Let's get some power in this puppy. Let me grab a little bit of nuclear juice. Let's do just 1. Should be enough. For some reason, I've got extra parts on me. I'm okay with that. Put some there. I don't think I have an extra radio beacon. Oh, apparently I do. That's cool. Not going to complain. All right. Let's see if 1 will do it. Kind of curious. All right. And I think small grid control. Look at that. No problem. So in theory, I should be able to kind of tip that up. And the game crashes. So, you know, there's that. There's that. Okay. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah. Make sure it's... Yeah. Well, saving is important. Yeah. All that we just did, it's gone. Yeah, I don't know. And as you can tell, I'm wearing a different shirt. It's the next day. Yeah. So I'm running out of time for this episode. But hey, that was fun. That was, you know, it was just kind of a little bout with another dimension. No, I'm going to remake that ship pretty much exactly as it was in the video. And we'll finish it up next episode. So, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Epic Tech.